You see a nightclub filled with celebrities, luxury cars outside, expensive bottles being opened, people spending thousands of dollars in a single night. From the outside, it looks like the easiest business in the world. Open the doors, turn on the music, and watch the money come in. But that's not the real story. Because behind every flashing light, every VIP table, and every crowded dance floor, there is a business machine working constantly behind the scenes. A machine built on expensive locations, employees, security, entertainment, licenses, and thousands of decisions made before the first customer even walks through the door. During the night, a nightclub looks like a place where money is everywhere. But when the lights turn off and the crowd disappears, the owner is left with something very different. Bills, staff to manage, costs to control, and the pressure of keeping people coming back. Because owning a nightclub isn't just about creating a party. It's about building a business around one of the most unpredictable things in the world: human attention. Imagine walking through the doors of a nightclub that you built yourself. The lights are flashing, the music is shaking the room. Hundreds of people are waiting outside just to get in. Your name is on the brand. Your vision created the atmosphere. And every night, people choose your club as the place where they want to be. This is the dream that attracts many nightclub owners. Not just the money, but the feeling of creating a place that becomes part of a city's identity. A place where celebrities want to appear, where influencers want to be seen, where people celebrate birthdays, achievements, and unforgettable moments. Because a successful nightclub is not just a building with music inside, it becomes a destination. But here's what most people misunderstand. People are not walking into a nightclub because they simply want a drink. They could buy a drink almost anywhere. They're paying for something much harder to create. They are paying for the feeling of being important, the feeling of belonging, the feeling of being part of an experience that other people want to be part of. That is the real product a nightclub sells. Not alcohol, not tables, not bottles. It sells a moment people want to remember. After seeing the lights, the music, and the crowds, it is easy to think a nightclub makes money in one simple way. People walk in, they buy drinks, the owner collects the cash. But that is only the surface. Because a successful nightclub is not built around one source of income. It is built around multiple money machines operating at the same time. The first is the entrance itself. Every person who pays to enter is creating revenue before they even reach the bar. Then there are VIP tables. The people sitting in those exclusive areas are not just buying a seat, they are buying access to a different experience, a place where they can celebrate, be seen, and feel important. Then comes bottle service. A single purchase can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, because the customer is not only paying for the bottle, they are paying for the moment surrounding it. But the money doesn't stop there. Private events, corporate parties, brand partnerships, food, merchandise, special experiences. Every corner of the nightclub can become another opportunity to generate revenue. And that is the secret most people never see. A nightclub is not just a place where people come to party. It is a collection of businesses operating inside one building. The music creates attention. The atmosphere creates demand. And the business system turns that attention into money. But making money is only one part of the nightclub business. The real secret is understanding why people are willing to spend so much in the first place. Because if you look closely, a nightclub is selling something much bigger than alcohol. A bottle sitting on a store shelf has one price, but place that same bottle inside a luxury nightclub, surrounded by music, lights, a crowd, and a VIP experience, and suddenly its value changes completely. Why? Because people are not only buying what is inside the bottle, they are buying what that moment represents. They are buying the feeling of being somewhere exclusive, the feeling of celebrating with friends, the feeling of being noticed, the feeling that, for one night, they are part of something special. This is why some customers are willing to spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars on an experience that lasts only a few hours. The nightclub owner understands something important. People don't always spend money because they need something. Sometimes they spend money because they want to feel something. And that feeling is what creates demand. The music creates the atmosphere. The lights create the emotion. The crowd creates the energy. And together, they transform a simple night out into a product people are willing to pay for. But creating that experience comes with a cost. Because behind every unforgettable night, there is a business owner paying for everything that makes that night possible. From the outside, a successful nightclub can look like a money machine. A packed room, hundreds of customers, VIP tables selling out, thousands of dollars changing hands in a single night. But revenue is not the same thing as profit. Because before the owner keeps anything, the business has to pay for everything that creates the experience. First comes the location. The best nightclubs are usually built in places where people want to be. Busy cities, entertainment districts, high-demand areas. But those locations come with expensive rent. Then there are the people who make the night happen. Bartenders, servers, security teams, managers, DJs, cleaning crews. A nightclub is not just a room with music. It is a team of people working together every single night. Then come the hidden costs most customers never notice. Licenses, insurance, equipment repairs, sound systems, lighting, marketing, inventory. Every bottle poured, every song played, every light turned on has a cost attached to it. And this is where many people misunderstand the business. They see a customer spending $1,000 at a VIP table, but they don't see the thousands of dollars leaving through the other side. A nightclub owner is constantly balancing two worlds, creating an experience people are willing to pay for, while controlling the costs that can quietly destroy the business. Because in this industry, making money is one challenge. Keeping it is another. But even after a nightclub becomes successful, the hardest challenge is not opening the doors. It is convincing people to keep coming back. Because the nightlife industry is built on something extremely fragile, attention. A club can be the hottest place in the city today and become forgotten tomorrow. New competitors appear. New trends replace old ones. The crowd that made you successful can suddenly move somewhere else. And that creates a constant pressure for owners. They have to keep creating something people want to experience. New events, new themes, new entertainment, new reasons for customers to choose their location over every other option. Because a nightclub is not just competing with other clubs, it is competing with every other place where people can spend their time and money. One bad experience can damage a reputation that took years to build. A poor decision, a safety problem, a disappointing event, and customers who once filled the room can disappear. This is why the best nightclub owners understand something important. They are not only managing a building, they are managing a feeling. They are protecting a brand. They are creating a reason for people to say, this is the place everyone wants to be. Because in the nightclub business, the lights can stay on, the music can keep playing, but without attention, there is no business. The nightclub owners who build lasting success understand one thing. They are not just running a place where people spend a few hours at night. They are building a brand. Because the biggest opportunities in this industry come when an owner stops thinking about one location and starts thinking about a world people want to be part of. A successful nightclub can become more than a building. It can become a name people recognize, a place that creates events, a brand that expands into new locations, a company that connects entertainment, hospitality, and unforgettable experiences. And this is where the biggest businesses are created. Not by selling one drink, not by selling one night, but by building something people want to return to again and again. Because the real asset behind a nightclub is not the furniture, not the lights, and not even the building itself. The real asset is attention. The ability to create a place where people feel connected, excited, and part of something bigger. And once an owner understands how to capture that attention, a nightclub stops being just a party destination. It becomes a powerful business machine. The next time you walk into a nightclub, look beyond the music, the lights, and the crowd. Because behind every unforgettable night, there is a carefully designed business system working in the background. A system built on psychology, experience, attention, and thousands of decisions most people never see. Most people see a party, but now you see the machine behind it.